Today's episode's brought to you by Calm. If you're struggling with sleep these days and you're not alone, Calm can help you. Trust me on this. I just used it the other night. I turned it on and I listened to we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. Let's get into this podcast.
Hello, everybody. It's time for Crendor.
Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4-hour recording studio. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's the Crendor in the morning.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an exciting episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I tried to do like a Sesame Street voice, like,
Go, gee.
But you sound like Ray Romano's brother instead.
oh yeah, I do. Hey, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, geez, Ray.
Oh, gee, oh, man.
I guess it's not his real brother. It's his TV brother.
Oh, yeah. That's true. It's like
His real brother's probably a great guy. I don't know.
yeah. I know nothing about his actual family and everything about his TV family.
Yeah. His mother, oh, man, she's so annoying. The TV mother, I don't know anything about his real mom.
Come on. What do you... I'm trying to watch the game here. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know that it sounds exactly like him, but it captures the spirit.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's like all my other voices. They don't sound spot on, but they just capture the spirit of what I'm doing.
That's what I've learned. I've learned this over the last year, in which our dear friend Alex believes he can do a Han Solo impersonation. It's terrible. It's very, very bad. He's like, all right, Chewie. Like, it's not good. But everyone I know online is like, it's pretty good. And I think people are just, if you get the spirit of the character, people don't care what it sounds like. Me, you need to sound like the person. I don't care. You're going like, oh, let's get out of here, Chewie. Doesn't sound like Han Solo.
Yeah,
it makes me go crazy. And then he'll be like, all right, and I'm going to do my Lando Calrissian. He's like, hey there, Chewbacca. And I'm like, stop. It's just the same thing.
I feel like there's either people that can like they just get really into doing the voices. Like I can do that. I'll get really into it, be like, even if I can't do it right. And then there's people just don't want to do voices because they're just like, I'm not going to do it well.
I think a lot of people don't want to
it's
do
one or the
stuff because they're afraid people are going to judge them.
Yeah, I think that's it. But I already
They're
get
just-
judged on a daily basis, so I'm just already there.
Like, I get it. It's just one of those like, oh, geez, I don't want to, the pressure's on. I don't want to screw, I'm going to screw this up. You know what?
Yeah.
Chances are you're going to screw it up. Live in the moment. Do the thing. Just have fun.
One thing I learned is that most people, this is like another thing you hear, but like it's true. Like most people don't care about what you're doing in public. Like if you like trip and you're like, oh my God, I tripped. That's so embarrassing. Most people are just like, oh, whatever. Anyway, so Samantha was telling me blah, blah, blah. Like people just care about their own lives. So if something embarrassing happens to you, it's like they don't care. They forgot already.
I was literally at the mall the other day and this happened. A dude fell over with his girlfriend, and as he got up, they had this like argument about how embarrassing it was. She was like, no one cares, no one's watching. And people float around them like they were a rock in a river. No one came up to them. No one tried to help them. There was no security. There was no nothing. Even for the argument, nobody cared. People just moved on with their day.
Yeah. Most people, they either don't want to get involved, just like, I don't want to get involved in that, or they're just, too busy doing their own thing, or they got their own stuff to do. So it's like, yeah, most people don't care. Like, sure, it might be embarrassing for you for those like couple seconds, but after that, it's gone. They don't care. It's just a little life lesson.
Literally, most people are too busy, caught up in their own, like, what if someone's judging me right now? Everyone's so self-obsessed. No one has time for anybody else.
I used to be that person because I'd always be like, oh man, are people judging? And I think it's because a lot of people do that to other people where like I used to be even more judgmental.
No.
Can you
What?
believe it? So,
I cannot.
And so in return, I always thought people were judging me. So I was like, if there's this. But now So I've gotten older and realized, like, oh, whatever. I've become more like my dad, which was weird because I always thought, like, oh, my dad, he'll, like, go up to people and be like, hey, how's it going? So I got a thing to do. And I'm like, that's so weird. But now I can be that person where I'll go up and be like, hey, how's it going? So where's your, like, gallbladder pills? I need some of those, and I don't know where to get them. But, like, before I'd be like, oh, God, this is so embarrassing. So, no. So it's weird how you change.
Yeah, I think everyone has that moment where they have to do a thing. Either it's like the first time you have to go and buy your girlfriend's tampons, or like you have to go get like a pill that helps you poop, or like something really awkward that from that moment on, there's literally nothing you can do in that scenario that will upset you, right?
Yeah.
One day I want to get to that point where I'm like, a packet of your premium boner pills, please. I will take 12. I plan on using them all today. And they'll be like, good on you, sir. Good on you.
I mean, the easiest way of doing any of that is just like humor as well, which I guess it helps being like, a quote comedian. I wouldn't even call it,
Yeah, of course.
Comedians. Or it's like, say you're buying like tampons or something in the store, and it's like, oh, you're buying tampons? You just go like, yeah, it's my time of the month. And then they'll be like, because it's so funny. Like, it's the guy,
I bet their laugh would be just as fake. Yeah. I will say the one thing that I can't do, that I still to this day can't do, accept a compliment. Can't do it. From birthday parties, like if someone wishes me happy birthday, I feel weird. If someone says like good job, I feel weird. If I do a thing and then afterwards someone's like that was really good, I feel like they're just like patronizing me and not really telling me the truth. Like maybe I sucked at it. Oh yeah, I'd rather people say nothing and me just move on with my life than people like, oh man, great job. Because then I'm like, are they just saying that? Like, I don't know. Was it good? Like, do you really care? Oh yeah, I can't do it. I don't know why.
I'm kind of like that too. Yeah, I feel like I never know what to say after I get complimented. I'm just like, oh, hey, thanks. That's like,
right?
It's like, oh, like, I don't know. It is weird.
I mean, even small things like, hey, nice shirt. What? I don't know what to say. I'm like, I bought it. like what? Like what? I didn't make the shirt. I'm just wearing it. But I don't know. Like I don't know how to be like, hey, you're welcome. Thanks for letting me show it to you. All right? Like I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe if it's like a sports jersey and someone's like, hey, nice jersey, you'd be like, yeah, go Packers.
I guess you can get away with that. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, hey, nice jersey, but you know the context, right?
Yeah.
I think the problem with me is I never know anyone's subtext. So I don't know when someone says something to me what the reason for them saying it is. I now just assume it's them being nice, but the problem is that they have other motives I don't know. So that's why now
it could be passive aggressive.
Right now, when people say things to me, I just assume they're being nice and just, being cool people. But sometimes I'll find out later, like, yo, that girl was really into you and you didn't like talk to her at all. It's like, I didn't pick that up. I thought she said, I had a nice whatever and like, okay, cool. Thank you. I just moved on with my life. I didn't know. And they're like, no, dude, she was like trying to hit on you. And I was like, yeah, I didn't detect that at all. Oh, that's where I'm at. I am everything is on the same level for me. There is no like, oh, I understood the subtle hints. You literally have to come up to me and be like, hey, would you like to see my nipples? And I'd be like, now I know what you mean. Thank you. Okay, we're in. We're on the same page now. I get this. Thank you. But no one's like that. No one is like, there's not a person in the world like that who's like, excuse me. Although if there is, I will marry her in a heart. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to see a nip or two? And I'd be like, madam, 'twould be my pleasure. And then we'd get married. Oh my God, it's also like emails and phone calls. Oh, am I just a bad person? Because every time, in order to start a conversation, you need to talk to me. If someone talks to me, I can go like crazy. I will sit there and be like, yeah, we'll talk, we'll do whatever. Phone calls, texts. If you text me out, I won't shut up. But if you're expecting me to text, call, or talk to you any other time, I've had really engaging conversations with people on the phone and been like, yeah, okay, I'll call you tomorrow, and just forget. And unless you call me, I will not call you for weeks before I remember again. Yeah. Or I'll have a text conversation and be like, okay, yeah, let's like talk later this week. You will not hear from me. Unless you come at me, I will just space. And what's worse, when I do remember, I'll never know what to say. I'll be like, hey, how's it going? And it's always awkward and weird because then the person will never get back to me immediately. And I'm just like, okay. And I'll forget. The thing is, I have no problem talking to people. I just really suck at knowing when to initiate a conversation because of just all the things I've taken into my life where I've learned from, like, women in my life will tell me times where they just don't want to be bothered and men bother them. And I'm like, okay, put it in the file. Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Or people will be like, okay, in an elevator? Oh, I don't like when people talk to me in an elevator. So when I get in an elevator, I don't say shit unless I'm spoken to.
Yeah. I'm kind of like the opposite, where I can usually tell if somebody wants to have a conversation or doesn't, but I'd never like to talk. So I'm like, I'm not going to talk if I don't have to talk. So I'll just stand there. And then occasionally just, something will happen. Then they'll just be like, God, the weather. And I'll be like, yeah, it's still cold. Can't wait for the heat wave. And they're like, yeah, I know. All right, bye. All right.
I'm the opposite. People will come up to me, and if no one says a thing, nothing will get said, right? If someone says like,
Yeah.
hey, I'll say, hey. But if they don't have a follow-up, there'll be no other conversation. But if they have a follow-up, there's some fans that I've met know this. I guarantee they know this. People will be like, oh my God, so nice to meet you. I'll shake their hand. We'll take a photo. And then we'll talk to the point where I can tell like they want to leave. And I'm just still talking. I'm just still talking at them. Just like, oh, yeah, so this thing was really cool. And I like this. And this is pretty. And they're just like, okay, well, we can tell you're busy.
Yeah, I think my biggest thing is also like ending the conversation. I think I'm pretty good at most parts of the conversation now, but like ending it, just like, all right, well, see you later. It's like it ends abruptly or something.
I usually am pretty good about knowing when to end a conversation. The problem is I just ignore it.
Yeah.
Like I can tell when the moment to end it is, and I will just mouth my way past it. I will keep going to the point where I'm like, well, I should have ended a few minutes ago. And okay, well, I don't know what to say now. And we're fading. All right, well, this is bad. Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's a weird thing because it's like it's pretty standard. Everybody has conversations. Everybody talks to people, or at least wants to talk to them. Like I feel like most people with social anxiety, they want to talk to people or like communicate better, but it's like they get held back by anxiety and stuff. So it's like even people that don't have it still struggle in like conversation things.
Yeah, I think most people want to be able to communicate because that's, as a species, that's like the thing we do is we talk and we or not just talk, but we communicate in other ways, right? And yeah, I guess the idea of being terrified of doing that or doing it incorrectly is a huge issue. But I from me to you, I have no anxiety about it, and I still suck at it. So let me just say, come and talk to me. I will talk your ear off, and then you'll be like, well, I no longer have anxiety about it, but boy, do I never want to do that again.
Yeah. Wait, how'd we get here?
I don't know. I don't have a clue.
I did write down a thing. When I was out walking this week, I saw this woman, like, touching her husband's bald spot, and she just kept doing it, and it was kind of weird because he was just sitting there like it was a normal day, and she was just like touching his bald spot over and over. And I was like,
maybe she liked it. Maybe she was into it.
Yeah, that's another thing where like I feel like most people didn't care, but I saw that and was like, why is that happening? And normally I would have already forgotten by now, but I needed podcast material, so I wrote it down.
I mean, it's our job. That's what we're known for. This grade A podcast material.
Yeah. I feel like that's the most fun I have out is just like observing random people doing weird stuff. Like, I don't know.
But it's one of those things where I would like to say, as a man whose family is, I think every man is bald eventually, on my dad's side at least. Let me just say, when I eventually have no hair on my head, I need someone to just rub my head constantly. Just be like, ooh, look at you, Vin Diesel. I'll be like, yeah, that's right, baby. Yeah.
Is that an actual like thing, by the way? Like I've always heard that where they're like the hairs like, or I just heard the hairs from the mother's side.
I assume I've lasted as long as I have with hair because of my mom's side.
Yeah.
Because my dad and everyone on my dad's side of the family, oh my God, they were ultra bald when I was very young. I'll never forget. My dad, at one point, I'm going to put him on blast, was bald up top, had a ponytail in the back. Hilarious. One of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. He would go and show up at my, like, parents would come in and do lunchroom shifts at my school for elementary school. My dad showed up bald with the ponytail, like making lunch and stuff with the lunch ladies. I'll never forget that. Also, I'll never forget the square pizzas. What happened to those? Where are the square pizzas? Yes, in elementary school, we had square, really crappy square pizzas, but I've never seen those ever since. The little like pepperoni squares were on them, right? It wasn't even like it was more like a pizza strudel. Are we looking this up right now?
I'm looking it up. I don't think I've ever seen
lunchroom pizza.
Square pizza.
Lunchroom pizza squares, maybe?
There's Square
Lunchroom?
Pizza Co.
Someone's trying to remake these pizza squares on Pinterest. It's called Old School Rectangle Pizza.
Old School Rectangle Pizza.
It literally has a ovenandapron.com has a thing. I'm going to send this to you. Old School.
All right.
Right here. Bam. Like rectangle pizzas, like straight up rectangle pizzas.
Huh.
These are homemade, so they look better. They actually look kind of like a pizza, but it had this thing where it was like a rectangle, and the crust felt a little microwaved, and the pepperoni wasn't like round pepperoni. It was pepperoni like nibbles. I don't know how we just
like the bits, like
pepperoni bits, but not bacon bits, just chopped up pepperoni, maybe. Yeah, I see
like
people trying to do it here. There's a lot of people on here doing copycat things. Oh, wow.
There's some like school.
It is very similar to that, except it like that looks a little crappier than what we got. So I feel bad for anyone who need that one. But yeah, there's plenty of pictures of them online. A lot of them look like updated, but they all still look like garbage. I'm trying to find the classic ones. Like they had a certain look to them. They had a certain vibe. That one that I sent you, I think, is the closest one. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you just Google like lunchroom pizza, lunchroom pepperoni pizza, like all those different things, you can find stuff. Yeah, that was my dad did that, and he had his ponytail, and I will never do that. I learned a valuable lesson then. Even at before I was a teen, I learned to never have a ponytail. Just don't do it. My family cannot do ponytails. It's not my genes.
Dang. That's at least you learned from the past.
I did. And if you don't learn from the past, you're doomed to repeat it. And I'm not going to repeat that. You're not going to see me like, hey, everybody, it's me. If I did, I'd have to become an official beach bum.
Yeah.
I'd have to go live on the ocean and just be like, hey, guys, it's me. And I'd also have to find the wife who's like, come here, Vin Diesel. She has to call me Vin Diesel. I don't know why. This is the thing.
Only call you Vin Diesel.
Yeah, and then she just rubbed my little bald spot. And I'd be like, okay, thanks, baby.
That's why I got my longer hair. I'm just riding it out until it all goes away.
Yeah, I mean you've hit that point where you're like, man, here's the thing. If you cut that hair, you're gonna see that 90% of it actually fell out.
Probably, yeah.
Oh my God, who was I had a friend who always had long hair, and he got it cut for like one of those charities where you donate your hair, and when he got it cut, they trimmed it all down, and he realized that his hair had just been sort of like laying over his incoming bald spot. And he was like, I'm going bald? And it was so funny. I felt so bad. I was like, my dude, welcome to getting old. And he was like, that sucks.
Yeah, definitely don't cut the hair. Keep it going as long as you can. Cover those bald spots.
But then you're gonna end up being like my dad with the ponytail, and eventually it's just gonna all fall away.
Well, probably. I'll hit that point.
Like a tree in winter, it'll all
Maybe
fall
I'll
away.
be serving pizza squares.
Man, I miss those pizza squares. I would love to make homemade pizza squares. I'm seriously gonna do that. Oh, those are great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, this is episode 199.
Yeah, this is a big one, in that it's one away from an even bigger one.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we should do for that? For the 200th
What?
episode? For 200
What?
episodes. You, the listeners, right now, listening right now, what are some of your favorite quotes that we've said out of context?
Jesus.
Tweet them at us, and we will read them and try to figure out what the hell we were talking about.
Those old school episodes have some terrible quotes.
Find some quotes. Whatever we've said in the past. 200 episodes. The past, I'm going to say 20 years. Find out, go find things that we've said. Tweet them at Crendor, at Jesse Cox, and we will just say them to each other next episode. And we'll try to figure out,
Shit.
not more importantly, who said it. Don't tell us who said it. Who said it and what it was about. We'll try to figure it out.
Episode 100 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That
we had
is
the
crazy.
chlorophyll episode 4 years ago.
Oh, man, that chlorophyll. That was terrible.
That
That was terrible. The chlorophyll was awful. That was terrible.
Never forget the chlorophyll.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that was.
God.
It made my water taste like awful water.
I can't believe
water
that was
should-
that long ago.
Yeah, man. Time flies. I've been like blown away that we're already in June.
I know. E3's coming up. I'm ready for Animal Crossing to get announced. I'm going to play Animal Crossing. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for E3 too. I have my first next So next week on Saturday, I got invited to all these E3 things and I was like, cool, really excited. And then I found out that I had an invitation to go to the Star Wars Galaxy thing at Disneyland. And I was like, well, E3, goodbye. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm ditching all of that to go to Star Wars. I hope they understand priorities. But yeah, the first thing I do at E3 is go see Cyberpunk. So I'm really excited.
Well, E3's also become like a lot more fan service. It used to be like only industries here, and now it's just like, hey, come on down to the old E3.
Well, not this year, I don't think. This year,
Did they change it again?
I think they cut it back. Although I don't know. I never know.
People are like pulling out of E3, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sony
Pulled
and
out.
then-
Nintendo's been out for a while. Well, Nintendo press conference has been out for a while. They
Yeah.
have their booth there.
They just do their one thing where it's like, here's our Nintendo Direct, but it's a big one. And we're like, woo.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, like, E3, and this is why I don't like going to PAX. Like, PAX is great,
Yeah.
but I don't necessarily need to go. Like,
Yeah.
most big gaming conventions, the biggest problem is that originally people would go and then report back on what was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now everything's streamed. Everything is reported on by a million people. There's literally nothing special about being there, like actually being there. The reason I go to E3 is because it's in my backyard.
Yeah.
If I had to travel for it, I would not go. Like the same reason I don't go to Gamescom or to Tokyo Game Show. It's far away and it's insane. Like E3 is the exact same way. It's just insane.
After a while.
Yeah. There's no reason for me to go to PAX West because everything I see at PAX West, I've seen at E3.
I'm not even going to lie. All of my memories from PAX, I have like 0 video game memories. I remember like being at a booth for like 5 seconds. All my memories are food. I'm like, oh yeah, we had sweet yams. Oh yeah, we
man,
went to
Sweet
this
Yams is great.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this week, I had a dream. And I just want to let you know how much of a nerd I am that I had this dream.
All right.
I dreamt I was sitting in a room talking to, I think, friends. I don't remember who was in the room, honestly. We were having a like heated conversation about movie battle strategy.
All right.
That's right. Movie battle strategy. I guess books too. And the conversation was, why do writers or directors, whoever, when they make battles, they make them look very cool, but strategically not very sound. And how every time, like everything from the Battle of Helm's Deep, like Game of Thrones, like all these different battles, no matter what, they're all just poorly executed from a strategic standpoint. I think this might be because I played way too much Total War this past week. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
these battles are terrible. And I had the epiphany in my own dream, which I think was my subconscious being like, hey, Jesse, here's the reason why. Every one of them ends because of something else that happened off screen that then results in another character ending the battle. And it like washed over me like a wave. I was like, oh my God, you're right, me. It never is like, oh yes, General Cox, your sound strategy defeated the enemy and we have won this day. It's never that. It's always like, yes, it was Frodo who burnt the ring with the help of his friend Sam. You really did nothing, Jesse. You just bought them time to make that happen. And you're like, okay, cool. And I bet that's a trope. And I think my brain just wrapped its head around that trope for a minute and was like, all right, we're good, Jesse. So now I get it. So now I'm not nearly as upset because I understand that that's how every movie, like video game, everything, all the fights are all like that.
Yeah. It's, it's one thing if you're watching something that's like, hey, this is like an historically accurate, like strategic thing. And then there's the people just being like, we just want a cool action scene, throw it together. They don't care.
Yeah. Admittedly, during the Game of Thrones fight, aside from it being too dark, I was very much like, that's cool looking. Oh, that's neat. But looking back, I'm like, that's the dumbest. Why would you do that? What? You know what? I'm going to say this was the summer of poor choices that I didn't care about. Like Endgame, for example. Some things in that movie, I was like, why would you do that? Don't care. I enjoyed it. Right? Like, all right, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'd say spring. We're not really in summer yet.
I guess you're right. There's a spring of bad choices.
Spring of bad choices. Starring Adam Sandler and Jesse Cox. With guest appearances by Kevin James.
Yeah, Kevin James just shows up and is just like, hey, shouldn't I be in this movie? And Adam Sandler's like, a dubbity-doo, Jesse replaced you.
It gets even wackier with Rob Schneider.
You can do it.
There you go. A spring of bad choices coming this summer. You know what? Everybody's got bad choices every once in a while.
We know what's not a bad choice, Crendor? Getting Calm on your phone. It's not a bad choice. It never will be a bad choice. In fact, it's a choice I make every day to start my morning. I'm not even joking. I use it every single day. I love it so much. Are you struggling with sleep these days? You're not alone, y'all. 1 in 3 adults doesn't get enough sleep. And if you're not sleeping enough, it can affect everything. From your learning to problem solving to decision making to literal cognitive functions. A good night's sleep repairs the body and helps you be relaxed and just makes you happier. If you're not getting a good night's sleep, you're a mess. You're a mess and you know you're a mess. That's why Calm exists. Not only is it a great app for daily meditation, for waking up in the morning and feeling good about the start of your day, it's also a great app for sleeping. Sleep deficiency does some serious damage, not just to your brain, but your whole body. With Calm, you have a library of all sorts of amazing things on your phone that are going to help you. Jerome Flynn of Game of Thrones, reading a story. To Stephen Fry reads a story as well. There's sleep sounds, like these soundscapes that are just like, there's some that are just noise, where it's like you're in a forest and it's raining. It's like, and there's some where it's like there's music in the background. It's like, they're great. They're so good. I used it just the other night because I couldn't sleep, and I was like, turn it on. I passed out, y'all. I passed out. Also, what's great is Calm has a like meditation feature every day. And if you want to get into, I'm telling you, it'll make you so relaxed. Every day, a brand new Calm meditation thing is there for you. It's about 10 minutes, and it literally is just like, hello, and welcome to your daily relaxation. Today, we're going to talk about awakening. And I was like, oh, I'm in. And it's great, because then, she will, in the background, it's just like the noise of whatever. It could be the ocean, or it could be a forest. And then she's like, relax. And I've said this before. She just gets you in the mood. And then at the end, she just starts talking about today was awakening. And I honestly remember vividly exactly what she said, because it was incredible. She was like, as Tingit Han said, and I don't know who that is. I don't know. One Buddha is not enough. And I was like, oh, one Buddha is not enough. That blew my mind. I was like, that's the smartest thing anyone's ever said. I was like, oh my God. I had my awakening then. I was like, whoa, one Buddha is not enough. I was like, oh my God. Got me. It took me away. I elevated to another plane of existence. Right now, you, our listeners, can get 25% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/Cox. That's CALM.com/Cox. 40 million people have downloaded the app. Find out why calm.com/Cox is the right thing for you. Trust me on this one. It is dope. All right, Crendor, let's go to Chapter Copter 7 in the Sky with Crendor. Actually, Chapter Copter 8. So 7's dead, I think, last time. Did it die? Whatever. Chapter Copter 7A in the Sky with Crendor. How's that traffic out there?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, this chapter capper is great. We have upgraded. It took a lot of financing, but hey, we'll pay it off at some point. That's how these things work. So, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, beautiful out here. I got a whole bunch of new buttons I can press. I got this one. Press that. I don't know what it does. This one. I think that's the windshield wipers. We got this one. That's supposed to help, levitate us off the ground or so. Listen, I don't know. That's pretty neat. Oh, whoa, there it goes. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, looking down here, we got a radar of the traffic. We've got heat sinks of the traffic. We got generated maps. This shit's all crazy. So it looks like everything's fine. Traffic's rolling right along. So you should get to where you're going pretty easily. Back to you.
Thanks, Crendor. Wow, that sounds like a futuristic vehicle you have there.
Yeah, expensive too.
Oh, man, yeah, we finally are making that money. Woo-wee.
Finally.
All right, let's go over to the sports desk. Sports? Oh, wait, hold on, weather. Oh, no. Let's go over to the weather desk.
Yeah, how's it going? Welcome to weather, where we're almost forgotten about. Today, we're watching a tropical system, apparently. System's expected to drop heavy rains in parts of Mexico and increase moisture in the U.S. Watch out for that one. But let's go somewhere random for some weather. We'll go to 55211. And that's going to take us to Yogyakarta, special region of Yogyakarta, Indonesia.
Whoa. Yo, Indonesia, shout out.
Shout out Indonesia. 77 degrees and cloudy over in Yogyakarta, special region of Yogyakarta, Indonesia. Feels like
very
77.
Specific. Very specific location.
I got a high of 88, low of 70. Tonight, it's going to be 70 degrees with 10% chance of rain, but Tuesday, 91 with a 40% chance of rain. Tuesday night, 71 with a 40% chance of rain, and Wednesday, 91 with a 40% chance of rain. A lot of 40% chances of rain. Southeast winds 11 miles an hour. A little windy. Humidity 69%. Hey, UV index 5 at 10, and the sun rises at 5:45 and sets at 5:27. That's actually pretty early for the sun to set, but I guess that's because it's on another part of the world, which would make sense. Who'd have thought people live in different places than we do? Also, there's no other also. That's it.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go to sports.
Sports. Welcome to the sports desk. Here we go. So we got sports news, NBA. We've got the NBA Finals happening. The Raptors take Game 1 against the Golden State Warriors. They're up 1-0.
Yarp.
And right now the game is in the first quarter with a minute left, tied at 23. So it looks like it's going to be a close game over there again.
I saw the most Canadian thing I've ever seen in my life the other day. A guy tweeted out, so you think you can jump on the Raptors train now that we're winning? Is that what you think? Because you'd be right. Welcome, and thank you for being a part of our new fan base. He said something like, we have Timbits and a 2-4 in the back. And I was like, yep, that sounds Canadian.
That is definitely Canadian.
Like, you think you can be a part of this? You can. Come on in. I was like, lol, okay. Canada, you win.
Look at this. I almost said Canada. Canada has gotten a basketball team to the finals before they've gotten a hockey team there recently.
I
Crazy stuff.
saw a map someone made, and it said fans of Golden State and fans of the Raptors. And it was literally the entire world, and then just San Francisco with the Warriors logo.
Yeah.
It was really funny. I was like, that's accurate.
The Warriors have become like the Patriots of the NBA, essentially.
Yeah, I'm over it. I don't care anymore. Go Raptors.
I agree. Go Raptors. Meanwhile, in hockey, Boston up 2-1 on St. Louis. Game 4 is tomorrow in St. Louis, and if Boston wins that one, they'll probably win the Stanley Cup. But you never know. You never know. And if St. Louis wins, it's all tied up, and then it goes to the big-time 3-game series. So that's pretty neat going on in the hockey lane. And baseball is baseball. It's still got we're not even at the halfway point. Teams
Still
are playing baseball.
12,000 more hours of baseball to go.
Yep, still a lot of baseball to go.
The team that is in first place right now, they could all be swallowed up by the earth by the time this season ends.
Yeah. They
You
could
never
lose
know.
the next 100 games, and they'll be in last place. You don't know.
It could happen.
That's sports.
All right, Crendor, what is our big news? Oh, wait. Before we do anything, going back to sports, I read an article about a dude at a cricket match catching a ball, and I guess he was a cameraman, and he caught a ball one-handed, and everyone was losing their mind saying he should be in the game. And I was like, why? He just caught the ball. And everyone's like, if you catch the ball, that's an automatic game win? Is that true? Cricket players, cricket fans. If you catch the ball, you just win the game? Is that how that game... Is it literally... Is the ball the snitch?
It would make sense. Maybe she even based it off of cricket.
Maybe? I don't know. Now I think it's possible. And we're just too American not to realize it. I was like, wait, if you just catch the ball, that's it? And they're like, yeah, they should have got that guy in. Should have had him behind the pitch. And I was like, I don't know anything you're saying right now. I have no idea what's going on, but I think the rules are if you catch... Someone tell us, because I don't know anything about cricket. I couldn't tell you about it.
Yeah, somebody tell us about that, please.
I would love to know.
Yeah, because there's got to be some cricket people out there. So we've got 2 big news stories.
Okay.
So we've got some good stuff this week. First up, we have 11-foot alligator invades Florida home, gets into wine.
Everything about that. Here's the thing. I know it was probably an alligator on the floor, got into some wine, and was just like a mess. But in my mind, I see an alligator like sitting in a chair, holding a glass of wine, like, welcome home, bitches. I got into your wine.
He could be fancier than that. Be like, hello, old chap.
Like a crocodile maybe would be like, hello, chap, it's me. I've busted out. But I feel like an alligator, that's just sass. Alligators are the sassy ones. Like, hello, bitch, I stole your wine.
Yeah, that's true. 11-foot alligator invaded a home in Florida by smashing its way through a low window. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Just bashes through. Like,
why would it decide to... Yeah, like a low window? How low was that window?
It's, it looks like it's on the ground. It's practically on the ground looking at this picture.
Why would you put a window on the ground? What's the point of having a window on the ground?
There you go. It's the third picture, or the 4th picture down, looks like.
What the what?
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Just walking to your kitchen, there's an alligator, and you're like, oh, okay.
Part of the family now, I guess.
Yeah, that's... Woo. Anyway, police and trappers safely captured the intruder. No injuries were reported. Apparently the homeowner woke up to noises in her kitchen at 3 a.m. Kitchen table was destroyed, and it appeared the gator got into some wine. There was no damage to the walls.
I'm still shocked that people have... I get how you would have windows on the ground that are connected to your basement.
Yeah.
I've seen that before, but I've never seen someone with a window on the ground that leads to a kitchen?
Yeah, maybe that's a Florida thing.
What the hell? Why? Florida. I don't gotta get that ground light. Is that like maybe the light reflecting off the floor will give us some more, I don't get it. I don't understand. Florida. What goes on there? Only in Florida can they sell you the idea of a ground window.
That's
I need to look this up.
That's very true.
I need to look this up. Why
I don't even
a window on the ground.
Wouldn't it flood too? Like, it feels like it has flood potential.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the seals on the window, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. There's not even ground window. There's not even a thing. Like, there's window wells and there's windows for the basement. I see a lot of that.
Yeah. But no
actual, like, ground windows.
Ground window. Yeah. That's weird.
That is real weird. Why? Why is that a thing?
Somebody's got to know. Tell us. Maybe there's got to be like some window expert. Like, whoa, I put these in Florida all the time.
Yeah, why? I'm obsessed with this now. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I got an even better story for you.
Okay.
Denied free fries. Woman brawls with Burger King workers, prosecutors say.
You know what? I bet she did.
Yep. A Hialeah woman was arrested Monday after police said she tried to rob a Miami-Dade County Burger King because employees would not give her...
Is this Florida woman?
Yes, it's Miami. Because they would not give her and her girlfriend free French fries. The robbery turned into a brawl when the employees refused to hand over any money. Natasha Bagley, 42, faces charges of burglary with assault or battery, armed robbery, and criminal mischief. Prosecutors said Bagley carried out an attempted robbery with her girlfriend, but that woman has not been apprehended. Bagley appeared on...
Whoa, time out! She ditched her girlfriend.
Damn, dude.
She ditched... That is betrayal. That is... You know that one woman is sitting there in prison just like, when I get out, I'm going to find her. And I swear, she ditched her. Wow.
Can you believe? Wait,
so how do the fries come in?
Natasha Bagley, 26-year-old Genesis Peguero, came through the drive-thru of the Burger King at 18240 South Dixie Highway on April 2nd. The pair asked for free fries, but the employee worker working in drive-thru said no. Just minutes later, Bagley and Peguero walked into the restaurant and caused a ruckus. Peguero then jumped over the counter to the employees-only area. When a manager approached her, she demanded that they open the cash register and give her whatever was inside. According to WFOR, Peguero threatened to hit the manager with a .45 caliber pistol while reaching into her pants pocket. Then the manager tried to call the police. Peguero slapped the phone away and began physically attacking the manager, hitting her in the face. At that point, Bagley also jumped over the counter and also began attacking the manager. Before fleeing the Burger King, Peguero pushed both cash registers and monitors off the counter, causing them to break. Peguero went back over the counter to hit the manager again before the pair fled in a black SUV. Someone was able to take the license plate number down, and they found him.
Of all the getaway cars, a black SUV?
A black SUV. Well, oh my God.
If anyone's gonna find your ass, oh my God.
That looks like a woman that would rob a Burger King or try to get free fries.
Oh my God. That is one hell of a mugshot.
Yep. Woo. That's
I'm not even gonna lie. Crendor,
yeah.
Be real with me.
Yeah.
If I shaved and put a wig on, I think I'd be this woman.
I think you could pull it off.
Wow, that is like staring into the void. Okay, well,
I think
that's terrifying.
A wig. Hold on. Someone got another picture. It was a wig.
Okay, it was a wig. All right.
Yeah. Now it just looks like a crazy person that does drugs.
Yeah, now it looks like now she's standing normal. With the wig on, it looked like it could have been just me with a wig on.
Yeah, it did.
Now it actually looks like a woman. Okay. Yeah, she was all dolled up so she wouldn't get detected.
Yeah.
I bet they'd come find me.
They probably would. They'd put the wig on you and be like, there it is.
That's a terrible wig. Just one of the worst wigs I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's a pretty terrible wig.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate wig.
So yeah, that's our stories of the day.
I don't what's happened in the world. Here's what I'll say about that last story. Thank God they didn't give them the fries. Imagine being the idiot who gave them free fries and they came in and then robbed you. Like, I just gave you free fries, you ungrateful bastards.
Yeah, seriously.
I'd be so mad. So you know what? Shout out to them being like, no free fries.
Yeah. No free fries.
Well, that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening or watching or however you are enjoying this fine little ditty here. Episode 199 in the books. Send us quotes.
Yes.
Things we've said in the past. Things that we don't need to know who said them. Give it to them out of context. We'll try to figure out what we were talking about and who said it. All right, but that's it for us, so make sure to send stuff to one of these things, preferably our Twitters. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
All right, Twitters are twitter.com/Crendor, twitter.com/Jesse Cox. On YouTube, if you want to listen to all those podcasts, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast, or if you prefer other means, we got soundcloud.com/Cox and Crendor. We also have Spotify and iTunes. We got a bunch of stuff all over. Also, if you want to see animations, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor without the podcast at the end of it. Also, check us out on our other things. Twitch.tv/Jesse Cox, Twitch.tv/Crendor, YouTube.com/Jesse Cox, YouTube.com/Crendor, Facebook.com. I think it's the same thing, and Instagram is like Notorious Cox, and Crendor was taken. And I think that's all our socials that I
love how we got beat out to Instagram. Someone clearly, we got to all the other things and got our names, but like we go to Instagram, some asshole's like, yeah, I'm Crendor and I am Jesse. Son of a... Whatever.
Shit.
All right.
All right. It's whatever.
Yeah. That's it for us. Thank you so much. We will see you next time. And as always, to be continued.